Hi guys, welcome. Today's movement snack or movement session is short but sweet shoulder medicine class. So we'll be working into a little bit of mobility, and then very importantly we'll be working on the muscles which support healthy action of the shoulders. So you can use this section either at the beginning or the end of a workout, or maybe a couple times a week, just to support whatever else you're doing. So for today's class, we will use a TheraBand, so a long stretchy band. Feel free to use a yoga strap instead. And if you don't want to be tying your band in knots, then it might be useful to have a loop band as well. And then also a lovely chair as well, or a raised surface would be useful. All right, so I've got my phone clock with me to be timing the plank, so don't worry, I'm not on Instagram. All right, so let's start off with our TheraBand. So this is a really, really beautiful exercise. It's called shoulder flossing. So it's like flossing for your shoulder, but not for your, instead of for your teeth. We start to pull the band outwards until we feel the muscles around the shoulders start to engage. Give it kind of a couple seconds to map that into the body. And then we start to lift the arms up, so we're in shoulder elevation, so shoulders all the way up to the ears, big, big reach. And then pull the shoulders down the back, that shoulder depression, and then start drawing the shoulder blades together, so that shoulder retraction. And we'll feel hopefully a little bit of a stretch at the front of the chest, and then we lift back up and over. So what we're doing here is working into the active range of our shoulders. And it can be quite nice as well, because we start to get those that synovial fluid being produced, which one of my teachers says, if you don't move it, you lose it, and that motion is lotion, and that really is true for the body. So to keep hold of a range of motion, you have to keep using it. So again, we're really, really focusing on the actions of the shoulder here. So as I draw down the back, it's shoulder retraction. As I lift back up again, I go into shoulder elevation. So let the shoulders come to the ears as you draw them back down. Let's do one more. Just bear in mind, if you can't keep your elbows straight or your arms straight, then you might need to widen your band slightly. A wider grip will be a little bit easier. And you might want to notice as well how much your chest is flaring forwards, and what happens if you actually bring the ribcage back into the body. So that will isolate the movement in the shoulders. All right, I think enough of that one. So we move now into shoulder protraction and retraction. So slightly narrower grip. We'll just do 3 of these. Again, be really careful of what's going on in the rib cage, so that we're really isolating it in the shoulder joint. So we've got rib cage drawing slightly in. Push the shoulder blades away from each other, shoulder protraction, and then squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other on the back and down. Now if you have a yoga strap, this is going to be nearly impossible, but the action is we start to pull the fists away from each other, or push. So depending on how strong your band is will depend how strong this feels. And then slowly, slowly letting them come back in, neutral shoulders, and then we push the shoulder blades away from each other, shoulder protraction. We squeeze the shoulder blades together, shoulder retraction, and then we push out again. So it should feel pretty strong. And then again, slowly, slowly, slowly bring the arms back into center. We'll do that one more time, 3rd time's the charm. Push the shoulder blades away from each other. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. Push the fist outwards. Ooh, super strong. And then slowly, slowly let the arms come back in again. Really trying to resist the arms coming back together. And then we'll release and relax. A little bit of a roll through the shoulders. Make it groovy, make it funky. Get rid of any feelings of tension that may have built up. And then we turn the palms over. Grip the band with the fingertips. Squeeze the elbows into the side, and think about squeezing your armpits. So now we're working on the external rotators. So the feeling is the biceps spinning out. Start to push the palms outwards without breaking the line at the wrist. So if you look down at your wrist now, it should be a straight line from your forearms into your palms, and then bring back in. Just 2 more of these, so really, really small. So just starting to push outwards without your elbows leaving your sides too much. and back in. So it's just the head of the arm bones spiraling outwards. One more time. Yeah, that's exactly it. Pushing outwards. And again, checking that you're not breaking the line of the wrist here, but keeping it really flat like a serving tray. We hold here, take little pulses out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, relax, give it a little bit of a roll. All right, so this next one, you're going to keep that kind of serving tray position in your hands. We're going to take this into a plank. So our first round is going to be 15 seconds, which is really nice amount of time. And the first one we'll do on our knees as well. So getting into position, lay the body down on the floor as if you're on a beach, but unfortunately no beach, unless you are on a beach, and then start gripping the band with your hands and start to pull the band outwards. Then, and we are doing it on our knees for this first one, start to pull the ribcage in and up, squeeze your glutes, and the timer starts now. So you're on your knees, everything is lifted from the chest down to the knees. So ribcage pulls in and we're pushing the thumbs outwards. You've got another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release and relax. We take a 5-second rest. And then we go back in. Option here to tuck the toes, lift the knees up as well. Alright, coming back in. 20 seconds this time in 3, 2, and 1. So I've already tried to record this video a few times and my arms are quite tired now, but that's fine, we'll just keep going. We've got another 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lay the body back down. Take a little moment to pause, maybe spread the arms out, take a little rock of the pelvis. Alright, hands underneath you now. Push up, and here is where your band is going to come in useful. So option to either tie your band into a loop or grab hold of an actual loop band. The heavier the band is, as in the stronger, the least stretch it is, the more difficult it will be. You've got your band around your wrists, and then we come into this lovely tabletop position. We'll lift the knees off the floor, step back, high plank position, and we're kind of pushing out against the band. Take your left or whatever hand you like out to the side, bring it back into the center. Same thing on the right hand side. We bring it out, we bring it back into the center. I'll show you from the front, but you can keep going. We bring it out, center, out, and center. Try forwards, forwards, and center, and forwards, and center. Try the back diagonal, back, and center, and back, and center. Take a pause here, and then lower the knees to the floor, shift back, give your arms a little bit of a roll. Alright, so that was our practice one. We're going to try one more time, but this time we're going to time it for 20 seconds. So getting into position in 3, 2, and 1. So we've got 20 seconds. The aim is that we're keeping everything still other than the arms moving. And it is really difficult, especially if you've got a really heavy band. You can even try kind of walking the hands up and down. You can also do this in down dog as well. We've got another 3, 2, and 1. I actually added on an extra few seconds there, just in case it took you a while to get into the position. All right, so final little thing is a shoulder stretch. So often when people do this, they flare their ribcage outwards. So I'll give you an example just now. So often what happens is they lean the chest forwards, they think they're getting a stretch in the shoulders, but you're actually compromising quite a lot in the ribcage. So what we'd like to do, what I'd like you to do is actually draw the ribcage in. So you've got that real feeling of the ribcage reaching towards the spine, palms are together above the head. Now here is the challenge. You're going to try open your palms out and then slowly close back in. It's called the slow clap. And again, feel free to join whenever it feels useful. You've got an idea of it from what I'm doing. We've got another 3 of these left. 3 and 2 and 1. And relax, take a little roll. So that was the slow clap. Last final thing we're going to do here, again taking hold of the band, this time kind of looped over your fingertips and between your thumb like you're wearing a little fingerless glove. Same position, so you've got your elbows into the chair. We lean back, we check our ribs, check yourself before you wreck yourself, and then you just push the thumbs outwards. Little pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you're all done, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Hope to see you in real life soon. And yeah, feel free to use that whenever is useful. See you soon. Bye.